incarcerated person at the Riverside Correctional Facility escaped custody during an outside work assignment in the Orchard, which is located directly behind the Philadelphia Industrial Correctional Center at 8201 State Road. Hagenkotter remains at large, and the Philadelphia Police Department and local partners are investigating and closely monitoring the PICC perimeter and surrounding areas. Hagenkotter is serving a sentence for charges related to theft and burglary, and he met the criteria to be an outside worker. That outside classification is minimum custody. Although this individual is a minimum custody inmate, he should not be approached or engaged, and anyone who sees or has contact with him should contact the police immediately. We are working closely with all of our partners to apprehend this individual and bring him back in custody. The individual was one of our lower custody level persons and decided to leave and escape by climbing a fence. This individual would have been released April 26, 2024.
So what do we, was there any sort of investigation at this point revealing plans or anything at all that can suggest this program, obviously he defeats the purpose of this program? I understand he was on good behavior.
So this individual was scheduled to be released to a program in advance of his release maximum date of April. That bed date was canceled. We do a secondary review before we process individuals from our custody to ensure that no other surrounding county or jurisdiction has any criminal holds for this individual. It was discovered that he had a matter in Bucks County that forfeited the bed date, which he would have been released to a program today. And it was at that point he decided that he wanted to escape, and he did.
Can you clarify the timeline? Are people watching them? Are there security officers out there? Can you break down questions like how did this happen?
So this individual, we were in the Orchard area. There was one correctional officer and this individual in the area. And that officer, at the request of this inmate, requested to use the bathroom. This person was allowed to use the bathroom. The officer, when he determined that he did not return in sufficient time, it was then he went to that bathroom area and discovered that he had left the compound.
Can you clarify the timeline, please, of when you discovered that he was missing?
The officer alerted us via our cross communications at 12:05 p.m. However, we've been able, in our partnership with Philly Police Department and the Sanitation Department located to the right of PICC, we observed him on camera at 11:48 a.m. The officer notified at 12:05 p.m. 8 p.m.
Was it a one-on-one? You said the guard was with...
It was a one-on-one. He was participating in the orchard activities of the day. It is a fruit-bearing orchard, and he was participating. Asked for to use the lavatory, he was permitted, but it was a one-on-one. Security was present.
So one guard, one prisoner, being Gino Hagenkotter.
Yes.
Okay, and
What do
then...
you say to folks? This has happened before, obviously in May. We had 2 guys escape. Now you have this. What do you say to people who are around here who obviously have questions?
Well, we notified or activated our emergency alert system to notify the surrounding county. We stood up our immediate perimeter patrol within a quarter-mile radius of our campus from Ron to Ashburner. In partnership, we started locking the jails down across State Road. All the activities were suspended. Any activities were in progress were suspended. Individuals were escorted outside the facilities. Counts commenced, counts cleared, absent the completed count for a Riverside Correctional Facility for which this inmate was assigned and housed. Once we started and initiated our perimeter foot patrol and vehicular patrol, we were very soon joined by PPD that assisted us with securing and blocking off access to traffic roadway for State Road. We coordinated our K-9 units to get the scent of this individual. And I will turn the questions over for the apprehension and investigation to the PPD. What we have here is an individual who climbed over. There was a correctional officer there, perimeter patrols. He was allowed to use the laboratory and took advantage. At the point in which the officer became aware, he notified campus-wide, and we implemented our lockdown and started our investigation and perimeter security.
Before you leave, Commissioner, can you explain one more time? I just want to make sure I understand. He apparently got some bad news or got information about another detainer that he had on him that could have possibly influenced his decision?
So that we believe that he was influenced by the fact he was aware that he was going to be released to a program. The Bucks County matter was retail theft. And we believe that part played a part in his decision to escape.
One more thing. We understand that the charter school wasn't notified until 12:45, and the school district of Philadelphia didn't know about this until later. Why were the schools not informed right away?
The schools were informed. We notified and activated our emergency alert systems. We did have a few phone calls from the area schools asking for additional information, for which we provided.
You were just listening into a news conference on the escaped prisoner from the Riverside Correctional Facility, which is along State Road in Holmesburg. His name, Gino Hagenkotter. We know he's still on the loose, and they were saying that he escaped work detail. He was cleared to do that, but asked to go to the restroom, and that's when he took the opportunity to leave.
To climb over a fence. He's considered low custody level, but they also say do not approach him. We'll keep you updated on air and on our NBC 10 app.